Perlocution podcast, turning idle chatter into thoughts that matter. Jenny Mac and White Boy giving commentary on society, culture, entertainment, and more.
Hi, happy Mother's Day. I don't know how to start a greeting, so I'm White Boy.
Hi, White Boy. I'm Jenny Mac. And how are you today?
I'm good. I've been starting out things in the show world because I do comedy as well, and I've been starting them out the shows by asking people how they are. And usually, if you ask somebody how they are in the South, they'll ask you back, "Fine, how are you?" So I have an answer for that. High as F. Technically that's F sharp, but yeah, you have no idea. $5, and this gets a laugh every single time. I never thought it'd work that well. You should have heard the dude whenever I bought it though. He's like, you're in here buying a pitch pipe. You got that dope hat on. Y'all about to make some killer music, and I not even one note, sir. I just didn't say anything because it's better to think I'm cool. You complimented my hat.
You're like, awesome. I'm going with it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say a word about it.
And we had to turn the cameras on because we started out, and then Eric whips out props.
This is not going to be played.
Is that like your new girlfriend? Because I see you carrying it around. You're holding hands with it every time I see you now.
I am learning to do two things right now.
Stairway?
No. I'm learning to play this, and I'm learning to moonwalk. And I don't feel comfortable enough with either of them to do them in public yet. But every now and then you will hear me.
Nice.
Yeah, at shows after I go on, you'll hear people like, I can still hear you back there. It's a comment, it's a face or whatever. But once I learn how to play this, and I don't mind sharing, because this is like, I didn't realize how cool this thing is, but this is pretty fucking dope. There's YouTube thing I've been watching, these two girls, Hanoko and Azita. Have you ever heard of this?
No.
They're ukulele players, young girls, probably like 13, 14 years old, and I don't have words for it. That'll be my one shameless plug. I've never thought that noise that they make could come out of this thing. But other than that, that's my shameless plug for my ukulele. And yeah, I carry it around like I said. You will hear it every now and then. But
it's like he's taken emojis and made them into sound, and now they're real.
It's fun to answer questions with this. Like Lauren hates it. She absolutely hates it. She hates it. I burst into her room every now and then, and I'll just be, now walk out. And that's all you get. And I don't know what she's watching or trying to record, but it ruins it, apparently.
And that, as a parent, is your job.
Well, not only, like, I'm dealing right now with, like I said earlier, adolescence and PMS at the same time. Have you ever, you don't have kids, right?
Nope.
Okay. You've seen kids? Harry Potter?
Yes.
Okay. You know who Buckbeak is?
Yep.
The hippogriff?
Yep.
That's what it's like.
I've never seen it, so I don't know.
She's very pretty, and, she looks very majestic, but her attitude will change on a second, and she has claws, and she likes to squawk. It's terrifying at most moments.
And you respond with?
Here's the thing. I heard an old adage. Music soothes the savage beast. It's a lie. It doesn't work, because when she comes into my room and bursts into tears, I went to my friend's graduation. My friend Brandy Bowman just graduated from USD, and props to Brando. And we went to her graduation, but my kid knew I was going, and then she still decided to come into my room later on and guilt me for not going to watch her at a 5K. In some kind of competition that she is in. It's a violin competition, which she didn't even practice for. So I knew you weren't going to win. Which small thing, I'm just going to plug this in case my kid ever does come back and she wants to read anything, see anything in the history of Old Man. I want to leave one note. Lauren, if you're listening to this, the reason I tell you not to use a brown towel in the bathroom is because of the fact that I dry off with it after the shower. When you rub your face on that, I dry my nuts off with that towel. I just want you to know that. I hope you're in your 20s right now and really grossed out, but I asked you multiple times not to use my towel. All right, so we have separate towels. She has her towels. I have 2 towels. She has 2 towels, and she constantly wants to use my towel. Now, when I walk in the bathroom in the morning, I see you drying your face with a towel that I just washed I washed off. It's clean, you know what I mean? But it's still, I don't know if you want your old man's nuts on your face first thing in the morning. I'm just saying you probably shouldn't use my towel.
Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah. What was the point other than Lauren not using my towel? PMS, bug beat. Yeah, it's terrifying. I'm dealing with some shit. Not only that, but I caught her twerking the other day.
Oh, that's weird.
Outside. I was sitting, she goes on a loop, and where we live, I live over by Olive Garden, and you can, in those apartments, I can see straight across the river. And she's walking around, she has her backpack on, she's playing music out of it, and that's cool, vibe out, do your thing. I wear headphones, but she's got friends with her. And then she stops, and she starts dropping it like it's hot, or drop it low, or whatever. And technology being what it is, I called her.
This is your daddy with his brown towel.
I kind of wanted to see if she would, if she just snubbed the call.
Oh.
Because she answered. And I was like, hey, do me a favor. She goes, yeah, stop fucking twerking. She goes, okay. Like it took a second for her to, and
yeah, that part. That'd be.
She asked me later on, how'd you know? Like, it's dad stuff.
I just know.
It's just the
Use
magic.
your dad powers.
It's just the magic. It's like they say we know when you touch the dial. I know when you're moving your ass in an inappropriate way.
You can't change the thermostat or twerk.
Yep.
Dads know.
Dads know.
That's just what I'm dealing with on the outside note. But I've been thinking, I don't know, over the last 10 years, I've been thinking a lot about my mom. And, like, being Mother's Day and my birthday is at the end of this month, like, it makes me think about her more. Because, like, I lost my mom when I was 8 years old, but she still has a very strong grasp on the way that I behave. Like, I keep talking on stage about how it's easier. I feel like in the 80s, well, I'd say from about the mid 90s all the way up until whenever, parents had way easier ways to discipline their children. Like, you could beat the shit out of your kids back in the day. Like,
yeah.
My mom used to wield Hot Wheels tracks. Like, I mean, I know it's something that they talk about in comedy, but one of the best. She taught me a lesson back then. You punish your kids with the toys that you give them. That's the best way to punish somebody, is with their own belongings.
My dad would use the white pipe from those. Remember those plastic tents in the 80s that had the pipes
it's
and the little
flexible
so
and
it
it's
made
springy
that
and
hissing
it's
sound
solid
while
enough
it
not to
came
break.
at you. You knew
Yeah.
it was coming.
Yeah, my mom threw a die-cast metal car at my head.
Did it stick?
It wasn't on purpose. She wasn't a child abuser. She told me, get your fucking toys off the floor. Now, this die-cast metal car. This is, oh, damn it. I brought something for you. It's a postcard. I don't want you to take it the wrong way, and I know you probably can't hang it up anywhere. It's a Confederate flag postcard. Okay. I got it from the Dukes and Hazzard Museum in Nashville, and I only have one more re-elect Cooter one. I might give you that one, because then you can at least put that up, because
I can put the Confederate flag
it's just kind of, I don't know.
Everything on this wall has a quirky story, and if someone saw it and said something, I'd tell them the story.
Maybe you can take a picture of Eric, like, gifting it to you, and then frame them together.
That makes more sense. Then they can't go, hey, man, are you rolling with the... No,
a black man
it's not
gave me this.
Yeah. But the Dukes and Hazzard car thing, like, she picked it up and she threw it, and I was just quick to do what Mom said, and I ran out the door and caught the car in the face. I learned a lesson. Pick up the fucking toys.
Yeah. Run faster.
I take that lesson and I reapply it to my child. Only I don't throw her computer at her head.
I was going to say, you throw her phone?
Yeah.
Her phone at her?
I should throw her phone, because half the time I can't get her to answer the damn thing anyway. I don't know if that's just a thing. Like, she doesn't know that I can tell when she sends me the voicemail. Like, when you hit that clear button and it just immediately goes. I know when you've done that, and it happens multiple times, so I don't know why I'm still paying for the phone. But what I do is I just take all away. And that causes more trauma than any... Well, I don't know. An ass whooping at this... She's 11. Maybe she's too old to start beating her, but I really want to.
I have met your child. I think she would square up. I think she'd be like, oh, we're going to start this now.
I think she'd be more stunned that the situation happened It's like watching wolves or like dogs. Whenever they correct each other, they
nip at their ears,
or even monkeys will they just bite them for a second. Oh, not just to get just enough pain to get the message through. Like, he's gonna kill me. Nah, he's not really gonna kill me. That kind of thing.
But if he does, it's gonna hurt.
Yeah, but she's still talking to her mom, and I think I'd get told on. Run in there and I don't know. You'd have to break something. I want to at times. Oh my god, this period thing is not easy to deal with. My mom would have made this so much easier.
Look at how much he's talking about periods, and he won't let me have a period episode.
I didn't say I won't let you do anything.
We're gonna have
this is America.
Apparently, we can't have the period episode when anybody is on their period, though.
That would be rough. Can't even talk about it. Why are you judging me? What? I just said, how are you?
How do you think your mom would... So you're single dad of a kid who's... You share her with her mom, so she's not... She has her mom, too, to do the mom stuff and whatnot.
Yeah.
But you were just starting to say...
I don't know why she doesn't just go to her mom's during this time.
Because those are the times when girls conflict with their moms. We don't bond with our moms.
That's not cool to inflict that shit on somebody else.
We don't bond with our moms over that.
Are you advocating for the return of a red tent of some sort?
Honestly,
I don't see a problem. We got man caves, so why shouldn't you have your special place? We can line it with pillows, and you can beat the walls, and we'll put a bunch of tissues in there, so when you spontaneously burst into tears, and you don't know why you're crying, but you know there's some tissues there that help with that.
If historically and culturally those were not symbols of like punishment and you're dirty, go be in the tent. If they were places where, like, that should be. We
can have our own tent for when we go jerk off. We'd be in there way more often than y'all would.
Oh, God, life would be good.
I'm just saying, everybody, we'd behave better as males.
Who has to clean that room, though?
If we had a place, where women and girls could go and be like, you're a goddess for a week, here we're going to celebrate.
Hey, I'm down for that. We could put that in the tax dollars.
Yeah, but it shouldn't cost that much money.
It should be free for that time of the month.
We can bleed for 5 days and live, motherfuckers.
I agree.
Like, we should.
And then we wouldn't have to deal with any of that shit. I'm seeing some kind of, I don't know, this might be like history in the making. Maybe this needs to be talked about on a national level.
Somehow we work out where
wins.
We have Goddess Week, and if you're having your Goddess Week and you're particularly aggressive, then you get to be in charge of the pedophile island. Just a throwback to another episode where we talk about punishment for pedophiles.
Island of Dr. Moreau's, only we feed you to the animals instead of turning you into
right.
Yeah,
There's
man.
so many tie-ins.
I'm telling you, this is all kind of compromising going on right now. We got to add this into these things way more often.
The ukulele speaks.
It's way easier to think whenever you're, yeah.
For a dude, when you got something in your hand.
Yeah, that's another point that I was making about this. This sat on my floor for over a year, right? And as I picked it up and started messing with it, I was like, you know what? I realized that I like women that are shaped more like an ukulele.
Long, skinny
shorter,
neck.
Curvier. Don't mind having my hands around their throat every now and then. That gets a laugh on stage too. No, the neck thing, I always attribute that, and I wouldn't. That would be odd to have a girl with that long of a neck, but at least she, I saw the first boobs I saw were in National Geographic, and those girls with the rings on their neck, they're not completely unappealing. It's true.
So you're having some kind of throwback to your childhood, your first exposure to boobs.
I think you have found the ultimate foil for your act in the ukulele.
I am learning how to play this thing.
You were just gonna say though that you thought this would all of this dealing with your daughter, dealing with your apparent issues on what shape woman you want. It would all be easier if you still had your mom. What difference do you think it would be? What do you wish your mom was here to do for you or clarify?
My mom couldn't have been here for me to be as I am now.
Right, that's the thing. Everything would be different.
That's the only downfall with wanting anything back. Any difference that you make in your life, if you could go back and change anything.
Effect.
Yeah, I mean, it's very serious because you think about all the small, minute details. Like I have multiple moms. I I don't know. It's sad that my birth mother, my biological mother, had to be removed from my life in such a way. But I have gained through my journeys multiple moms, people who have stepped into situations and stopped me from either been there for like kind of a way station kind of thing. But hey, man, just catch your breath, because it kind of feels like life is kind of like an ocean. You're swimming until you can't swim anymore, and that's death as you're drowning, right? So right. I mean. Sometimes there's those way stations you come to, those rocks in the ocean. They're like, hey, man, chill out for a second, catch your breath, get a little rest. And here's some good advice. And maybe you should not go that way because there's a big-ass shark, that kind of thing. And I've been blessed having multiple people. One of them, Amy, who always told me, hey, pay attention to your credit. Pay attention to your credit. Pay attention to your credit. She taught me something, too. You can change your ideals in life, because she said fuck credit. She took her credit card, she bought a condo in India, and she lives there to this day. Because she realized that she was paying more in credit card debt than she was actually spending on the card. Mm-hmm. And it's not just that, it's the idea of we have to actually pay to live somewhere in a safe environment. Now, I'm not a communist, but I'm not saying all their ideas are bad.
Communal living is not necessarily.
I'm just saying that you shouldn't have to pay for water and food. If these are basic necessities to you for you to be alive, there shouldn't be people who are actually starving. And I know that doesn't do a lot for me to just say that shit, but it's just basic ideas that I've learned from different moms. It's kind of what I'm trying to get.
I think motherhood teaches communal living, that you should
take care of everybody.
Nurture the community.
Everybody's safe. Together. Everybody's eating. It's stupid that we have to pay to live somewhere. You have to pay somewhere to live safely. You have to pay for that? That is insane. Mm-hmm. I understand I sound like a communist, but...
We have to have a way to motivate people to do jobs that no one wants to do.
Yeah, and the other side of that, I understand why that has to happen.
Encourages everyone to take part in all the jobs.
I understand that, because it would suck if everybody could go to Disneyland for free, and then you finally get to go to Disneyland, and the lines are millions of lines long because everybody got to go.
all the good flavors, and yeah.
So it's kind of nice when you get things that other people can't have. And that would be the day the mothers
decided to stop having more babies too.
But you can't pick and choose your society. So I mean, you can't have this and then not have that. So here we are.
I think some of the greatest, mother influences in my life are my friends, or come through my community sense, not just my, like you say, biological mother, or my real and actual mother, but, I have friends who are natural mothers, in a way. My friend Thea mothers our whole community. My friend Stacy, she doesn't have any children, but she is the mother figure of our group of friends. Stacy makes sure we're fed. She makes sure we're comfortable. She makes sure we're defended. She makes sure no one feels left out. She's such a natural mother feature in our community sense. And encourages, teaching skills and things like that. I think that we have a lot more... the way our society is now, especially since I think we do have a lot more split families, or...
It's kind of weird with people like that want to take care of the environment and everything around it, make sure that everybody's safe, that we still haven't elected a female president.
Right. I think Harris, that our...
I'm rooting for you. Real shit. She's good shit.
I don't know. I think I would vote for Maxine if she would run. Reclaiming my time. But I think that we overlook a lot of mothers in our community because they aren't carrying a little baby that they popped out of their womb. Yeah. There's a lot of mother features to our society.
That motherly instinct, women tend to have that. What would that be?
Not always. I have a lot of females in my life that they're not strong in the mothering instinct, and they don't have a desire for children. And they don't have a desire to mother the rest of us.
I understand that.
So I just think that we are overlooking the I don't know.
Women?
We need to exalt the mothers that are mothering our community more. Yeah.
Exalt women more.
Mother's Day should be Women's Day.
I don't think Mother's Day should be one day of the year. If you only think of your mom one day of the year, shame on you. You wouldn't be here without her. Like, literally, you would not exist without her. Your dad did help. He enjoyed his time, and, as we all do. But I mean,
he made a donation.
I mean,
when my
kid, not everybody has to love their. I mean, yeah, we appreciate our moms. Not everybody has to. Because, I mean, I know some people who don't necessarily get along with their mom the best, like, even to this day, because of things that have happened in the past, and that's okay, too. It's just, you know.
When my kid sasses me, or, like, if I eat out of her food or something, and she's like, don't eat my food, don't use my spoon, I'll be like, you came out of my vagina!
You wouldn't even need a spoon if I weren't here.
You've been everywhere! I can use your spoon. So...
I'm trying to think of different lessons that I learned from each of my moms to plug in this.
How many in a sense of traditional mother figures that the rest of us would look at these people and say, oh, well, for that time of your life, she was your mom. How many moms have you had? Your mom that gave birth to you and was with you until you were 8.
We got Patty. That's Patricia Louise Edwards. That is my birth mother. That is my biological mom. That's the angel. That's a tattoo that's going to be here eventually. But right now, I got a picture of my dad on my arm. See it? I don't know that guy. Anyway.
Since you got to make a joke, I'm going to say you won't be able to jerk off with either arm then. You'll have your daughter on one and your mom on the other.
The dark is a wondrous place. There's Patty, Rhea. Oh, man. Patty, Rhea, Joyce, and there have been like little way stations. Like I was in a foster home with some lady, but I mean, if they don't really take you in as your own, and that's not your mother figure. That's somebody that was just there. Like, and I thought it was really weird that the foster system in Indiana would send a black kid to a racist place. But yeah, but Rhea, she gave me my love for Halloween. I talked to her. She was my biological mom's best friend. She was the person who put the makeup on her and arranged her funeral and then was immediately ripped out of our lives. I recently have come into contact with her, but she gives me my tips on cooking now, and I talk her ear off, and that's who I stuck in the original mom face, because she was around at the same time as biological mom. And then, like I said, she made my favorite Halloween costume. She made me Mighty Mouse for a year. It was powerful. The ears stood up. It's so nice. Good. I ran into the devil that night, though, and I was hiding behind my mom for the rest of the night. Mighty Mouse was not mighty that night.
So your mom had, like, ears coming out of her...
Yeah, she was hiding. We were at McDonald's, and I saw this guy who was dressed up as a devil, and my mom shielded me from him because it terrified the shit out of me.
Mighty Mom.
Nowadays, I'd be like, that is awesome. That's great makeup, dude. I hope it's makeup. But that was really good. No, Rhea gave me my love for Halloween. Joyce... That was my foster mom. That was the first. My first interaction with African Americans was through Joyce, through black folk, and I lived with them for the rest of the time that I was in the foster home. And she hit me like I was her kid. She didn't spank me, but I had things thrown at me.
She corrected you.
Black mothers are a little different. That's just they more excitable. Let's say it like that. And I don't have contact with her at this point, but I have been looking, so just reaching back into the past. But so that's Patty, Rhea, Joyce, and Amy. Amy is I was stupid when I was a child. Like when I was 18, I was really dumb, and I did some things, and I had a near brush with the law that almost landed me in the penitentiary. Which case, here comes. All right, I had just started hanging around with my sister. It's not my biological sister. I believe the family is the people who are close to you. People who are closest to you. And Asante is one of my closest friends. We don't talk every day, but when we do, it's, right back at it. It's brother, sister. And her mom had her master's degree. She was a teacher. And just in me coming into contact with Asante, she immediately flew to my aid. And I spent the better amount of time, probably over the last, since I was 19, I've been in really close contact with her. She kept me out of the penitentiary. She did a lot of paralegal work for my.
For your
yeah, she
years.
did the work that I had. what do they call them? Public defender, public pretender, whatever. I'm not knocking anybody who serves the public, but they don't. It's a big caseload. I get it now. But back then, it's like, hey, this is my life. And Amy stepped in and did all the footwork for him. She was a paralegal when she was in college. And how did I know that? Just this one person, and then, like I said, hey, you know what? I don't dig this place anymore. I'm going to go to India. Here's my address. Hit me up. And gone like a genie. But, I mean, she teaches like 500 girls yoga every morning, and she has the time of her life doing it. So, do what you do. Good times.
I love how he's punctuating.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
I was told that I don't strum enough when I'm on stage. But that's because I want to play a song, but this does help with little funny thing, and then you learn stuff. Then you learn stuff, and then eventually that's what it's going to be, because they're going to just get used to me doing. And then nice. And then I'm going to bust out. I've been watching. I've been trying to. You know the song 16 Tons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to figure out how to do that.
Hell yeah.
On here, because you can mute the string and you can turn it into kind of a drum at the same time. So that's the goal. But yeah. Plus, I think my mom will dig this. Ah, man. I think it'd be easier to learn things about my kid with my mom around. As somebody to bounce questions off of. Like, I've always thought that I was ill-equipped to raise a daughter. It's like you raise a son. I've been through this. I know why your dick's hard in the morning. I know it's embarrassing and you don't want to talk about that with your old man, but I know what's going on. You know what I mean? But with a kid, with a girl, like,
yeah, that's tough.
How do you relate to somebody who is now bleeding out of their vagina every week and they don't, or for once a week, not every week, that would be really bad, but once a week out of the month, they don't know why the emotions are going crazy in them, and they don't know why you don't understand that all this shit's going on. And meanwhile, I know this and I'm trying to understand it, but it is very frustrating. And this doesn't help. Not at all. I know it doesn't help, but I just feel like that'd be a happy memory, because everything, I'm realizing more and more that, like, they say scent is attached to memory, but music.
Sounds.
Woo!
Scents.
Man, like, I listen to a lot of 80s. I listen to a lot of 80s because that's the era that I was living in when my mom passed. So, like, we danced around a Lionel Richie. Like, I was her little Lionel Richie. She dressed me up in a blue butterfly collar and set me in front of a blue sheet, which I don't know if she knew that the contrast wasn't all that great for photography, but she was trying. And she froed my hair out. She wouldn't let me cut my hair. I didn't cut my hair till I was 8 years old. Damn. Yeah, like little light-skinned Michael.
I hope you wore heavy shoes, because if you got an updraft, that could knock your kid over.
I hated it, because my mom's friends would catch me in the grocery store, and they all like to rub their hands through the little hair. Basically like a little brown Q-tip, walk around the store
and everybody touch on it. Your mom implanted that. She found a focal point of you, and she loved it. She literally let it grow and
she's the inspiration for me learning how to moonwalk right now, because apparently when I was a kid, I was killing that shit. And now I can't do it at all. But I'm getting better. Only on wood floors right now. Wood floors, really woolly socks. It's a good time. If I can learn how to incorporate the two of them. I told my kid plays violin.
You should be able to play Beat It on that.
Well, I want to do I Want You Back with my kid. She plays violin though.
Oh.
So you have to figure out a way to integrate those two. These are ideas, things that come up. You know, I'm trying to do things that even if we can't get it right, we at least practice it in something that she can remember us doing together, rather than her getting yelled at because she doesn't want to pick up.
So do you think that's part of your mom's legacy to you? Is that wanting to? Your mom was able to, in a short amount of time, implant some really deep moments that you cling to. Because, like, some of these moments
my
you talked about today...
My whole moral code was learned in the ages of 1 to 8.
And some of the things that you've talked about today, you've talked about before. When my mom did this... Because wasn't it Quiet Riot or something like that?
Yeah, Quiet Riot.
Song? We
Come on, feel the noise. No, I remember her. She had the 45. We played that shit out. Played it out. And I'm banging. I'm headbanging in the living room. Yeah, it was a good time.
Causing all the dust to fly because your hair was doing
No, my mom actually dusted a lot. She was really like homey, not like homey like.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not. Like I didn't get that from her at all.
But
I got yelling at my kid and disciplining her very psychologically.
But implanting those moment memories.
Yeah, if that's all you got to hold on to, it's very few glimpses. And now, because I know her best friend, then I talk to her a lot about my mom, because I'm like, there's things that you want to, anybody that still has their parents around, even if not to even if it for nothing else but to help understand who you are as a person, and the things that have the small little intricacies that came together that made you. Find out everything you can about your living relatives, especially your biological parents. Even if you don't really like them that much because they were assholes when they were a kid, let that shit go for just a second, just to be able to ask them why they made certain choices in your life to allow you to become you. Because I would love to be able to have that conversation with that woman. Like these holograms, they make a Tupac be like, man, if you could figure out a way to no.
But the hologram would just be a projection.
Yeah, it's just a picture of what it is. But I mean, that's why living memories, people who were around at that time. Or I mean, if you have the ability to speak directly to your parents, then yeah, speak to them. Especially your mom. Your dad had a part in it. He added some DNA, but come on, man. I don't want to downplay my role as a father, but how much did we contribute really to the actual birthing process? Yeah, without us, you probably couldn't pull it off. But I think with science, y'all will figure it out. Women figure out a way to get rid of men, and we'll have some real Wonder Woman. It'll be some. Look what happened when they excluded men. You know what I mean?
I feel like the male role model still has a big part to play.
Oh, I'm saying that's throughout the the art.
You're talking about
the actual birth, because the woman carries the baby and turns this into a living entity. That
you're kind of useless in that.
We just stand by and try not to piss you off and try to get you everything you want to eat.
We are the vessel.
Pickles and peanut butter and
I totally
Nashville hot
believe
chicken.
How women interact with their baby while it's inside them affects their child for their whole life. We would play music for my belly.
I played Family Guy.
We would play music.
And then you wonder why you're having issues. No.
Yeah.
I'm deadly serious. We really played Family Guy. That was when Family Guy was just getting cut off.
Yeah.
And then
when it was really good.
I caught 5 seasons for $10 at Best Buy.
Yep.
And then they cut it off, and I was like, that was the first time I saw Peter pull his balls off of his face and put him in his pants. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
That was quite the segue.
Quite the transition.
Yeah.
Sorry, you were talking about what you played while Casey was in your belly.
We played music to her, and we talked to her, and Clint would talk to my belly, and I would feel her move to be closer to his voice, and things we did and things we talked about. And when she was born, there were things that we would see, and we would attribute it to, we started interacting with her when she was still inside. And I know when she's not feeling well, even if we're not together. I know there have been times when I still travel for my job, I would message Clint and say, go check on Casey right now, she doesn't feel good. And he would say, she hasn't said anything. And I'd be like, no, go check on her, she doesn't feel good. And he would message me later, yeah, she doesn't feel good. I would know.
That's funny. Lauren we were at some kind of appointment on Friday, and I was with Lauren and her mom, and while Lauren went to do something, and she was showing me a text. She goes, look at this. She said the other day she had some kind of rough day or something. She was, in shitty mood. Somebody had quit her job. Had one of the people she had trained. She's a manager of a restaurant, and she had trained told her that she was the worst manager they ever had. And she trained them to fail at their job. She's like, so I was feeling like butt. And Lauren texts me, and she's like, good night, Mom. And she's like, good night, babe. And Lauren goes, what's wrong? She goes, nothing, babe. She goes, you're not acting normal. This is just off of these few texts.
Yeah.
I don't get that. I don't even get Happy Father's Day cards. She's over there constructing something from her mom out of paper and stitching it together out of the locks of her hair or something like that. Something heartfelt. And I don't even get a Happy Father's Day. Buy me a grill or something, damn it. I want to be appreciated. No, I get it. And, it's a different bond with mom and daughter. I don't know. I got the strongest bond out of me and my mom. My sisters they can't. I don't know now if they can't stand me, but they couldn't stand me when I was little because I was I was bee's knees, baby. I'm the prettiest one in the family. Are you serious? Of course. Little brown, green-eyed kid running around. Man, get out of here, girl.
So right now, who is your biological family?
My biological mother's name is Patricia Louise Edwards. My sister's name is Frances Edwards, and my other sister, I don't really want to say her name.
We don't have to.
She's not a good person.
So you have two sisters.
Yeah.
That you...
Biologically.
That you share a mother with.
I don't want to say that I'm not... What's the word? I'm not embarrassed by these people because I don't believe that my path is supposed to remain with those folks. Like, I have one... I don't even know if I should say that. That might be getting... She ain't gonna listen to this anyway. I don't fuck with my sister at all. Like, I don't fuck with her. I don't fuck with her kids. Her husband just died. I don't think I bothered to even say...
I'm sorry your husband died?
Yeah, I mean, he was a bag of shit. I mean, what do you want me to say?
So they didn't carry over and fill the mom role for you?
My sister used to beat me. Not like... I remember running out of a door and getting chased by a person swinging a belt.
And I'm pretty sure it was her.
I was really fast as a kid. Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, I was quick. I'm the fastest one in the family. I still hold on. Like, if a wild animal runs in this room, I won't be the one eating.
He's the fastest. He's the prettiest.
Hey, Muhammad, I'm from Louisville, Kentucky. Somebody else from Louisville, Kentucky used to talk something like that, and his name was Muhammad Ali. If I show you pictures of my sisters... Matter of fact, when we're done, I'll show you pictures of my sisters. And I guarantee you, I can outrun either one of them, so I am the fastest. And by the looks of them right now, I am definitely the prettiest. My sister looks like Richard Simmons.
Some people find that attractive.
If he were fat.
Some people find that attractive.
Ooh. If the person you find that wants to have sex with... This is really mean. This is really mean. I shouldn't be saying this on a recorded thing, because she's going to hear this eventually.
Yeah, but she's gonna change.
She doesn't know which sister. She doesn't know which sister I think looks like Richard Simmons though, so it doesn't really matter. This is all about Amber. I don't talk about you, bitch. No.
So they didn't fill the mother role for you.
No, we all got split up. At my sister Fran got she got the icks from the house. I don't know what she was doing in the driveway, but from what I understood, there was something of the oral nature going on in the car. And my uncle walked up on it, and she got booted from the house at about age 16. This is not mother-related. This is absence of mother-related. And then my sister Amber and I got put into a foster home. I got kicked out because what was it? I believe I hit the guy's son. One of the kids that lived in the house, I hit him with a broom because they attacked me when I had my hands behind my back. Tied behind my back. We were playing a game. It was really weird. It wasn't like a bondage thing. That was Charlestown, Indiana.
So do you share a biological mom? Do any of the three of you share a biological dad? No. So you have just this, but they are your connection to your mom.
That's the only connection to them. It's crazy how that works.
So, like you're talking about...
When I look at them, it's strange that they came out of the same vagina that I did. Like, how does that happen? How do you get... It's like you had two that were, like, similar in mold, and then this one was like, God damn, you did really good on this one, but those, God damn. Like, the only thing... One of the things that I do know about my mother from knowing my sisters is that she had terrible taste in men. Until she met my dad. And even he was bad. Not bad, but, I mean, he didn't stick. You know what I mean? I'm not bitter about that. It's just, somebody went on their own path.
Eric's like, but finally we got this pretty DNA mix because then I got the prettiest.
It's crazy. Yeah.
I think about that a lot with my daughter. The mix of DNA between myself and her dad.
The thing that blows my mind is like thinking about how many people have come before me to be able to turn like just this mixture. I know that's way off of topic, but it's just.
That's part of the science of motherhood too.
And that's, the small things in your personality are kind of the same things. Like so many small things will come together, and a lot of that has to do with mom.
Yeah. Are you more like your mom or like your dad, Robert?
More like my mom.
Do you look more like your mom?
Yep.
And behave more like your mom?
Yep. All my sisters are clones of my dad, and I'm a clone of my mom.
It's not a bad thing.
I look exactly like my mom. Like we
But That's why I'm the first mailing to have brown eye and brown hair in like 6 generations, and so I always got teased at like family reunions that I was the little Mexican boy, or that I was like the mailman's kid or something like that.
Remember that time when Mom went on the girls' trip?
Yep.
And now we have Robert. I look
that's
just
how
like
I came
my mom.
about. No, that's not really.
People, strangers that know my mom and then meet me know right away that I'm her daughter. Like, we look... I dye my hair all kinds of crazy colors and I keep my hair long. That's the only thing that's different. But, like, I look just like my mom. But personality-wise, we both have short tempers and we're loud. Other than that, we don't have a lot of things in... Like she's very craft. She can make things and do a lot of... She bakes and things like that.
Do you all get along?
I don't do those things.
Do you all get along?
In adulthood, yeah. We don't... But we're not... We're very similar in how we look and things like that. And then I look at my daughter and I look at her face and she just, to me, looks exactly like her dad. And my daughter's gorgeous. She's a supermodel, but she's all his DNA. So... But her...
Does that mean that your ex-husband would make a pretty drag queen?
Oh God, he'd be beautiful. He would be. He's gorgeous. He's gorgeous. He would be. And the women, his sisters are all supermodel pretty, and they're all like 6 feet tall. And Casey's short like me, but yeah, no, Clint would be a beautiful woman. He's gorgeous. He's got a sister that's as tall as him and the same skin tone and same dark hair, and she's gorgeous. So yeah. Yeah, if Clint would just grow those curls out, bam, could rock that. I don't know how he would do in heels. He's already pretty tall. I don't know how he would do walking in heels.
I don't know, man. Us tall folk, we can learn new tricks. I was thinking about the advantages being, that's way off. It's being advantages of being taller than shorter than advantages you have that I wouldn't. But we're not going to talk about that because this is Mother's Day. So keep going about moms. What do we got? How much time we got? 10 minutes?
Yeah, another 5 minutes or so.
Okay, so moms.
But I think you should sing to me because I'm the only mom. I think that there should have been cotton candy brought today because I'm the only mom in the room.
Still mad at you for missing my show?
So
I thought I even looked at the cotton candy machine. I purposefully didn't make it today.
Sometimes we punish the mother figures in our lives.
She told me she wasn't coming to my show by sending me and Dan Bublitz a message at the same time. I couldn't even get a personalized message. Hey, not feeling so good. I'm going to stay home. I'd have been like, cool. But then she sent me and Bublitz a message together like, oh, it's cool. Let me just... Nah. That's why I didn't bring cotton candy. That's one of my favorite things right now. That just blew my mind. I was like, that's so easy. And then I saw the two little, I was like, don't you strum it? Everybody's doing that. It sounds really Hawaiian.
Yeah.
But then you see everybody getting down with, plucking it. It's like, you've seen Doctor Strange?
Yeah.
When he goes, okay, so how do I get from here to there? And she asked him the same question back, said, how do you get from reattaching nerves and, brain stems? He's like, what is it? Practice and years of studying.
Yep.
That would be really cool just to be able to do that. So that's what I watch these videos of stuff that I can't do right now, and then I pick up their little tricks on. I can do that though.
And then it just happened.
I can do that on every string. No, it's fun.
What I think our takeaway thought for wrapping up the episode on mothers is what do you think your mother has instilled in you or that you saw from her or whatever that you feel like you should give back to someone else, whether it's onto your own next generation?
I learned
or
manners
onto the
from my
community.
mom.
Manners?
I learned manners and respect for my elders. Your basic do unto others or as you would have others do unto you. Because, like I said, she had different tools of teaching me. So, whenever I got into a fight...
She had die-cast metal cars.
When I got into a fight with my buddy Scott, And I tried to fist fight him, and she saw it go on, and she told me to go home and wait for me to come home and kick and whip my ass. That was the longest hour and a half of my life. I'm sure to me as a child it seemed like 6 hours. And when she came home, she didn't spank me. I come out of the room real sneaky and Gollum-like and walk up to her and I give her a kiss on the cheek and she goes, "What's that for?" And I'm whipping your ass. I'm like, "Yes, ma'am." She goes, "Go outside." That's the kind of parent I want to be. You want to have that fear, but they know you're just trying to look out for them.
You want to be a benevolent leader.
Like that's yeah. I mean,
to be loved and feared.
Yes, she did whip my ass enough to instill that fear, though. And
yeah. So you knew what to be afraid
go outside and pick me a switch. That's some very, very psychological shit. You're picking the weapon of your doom. She's going to beat you with this. If you get one too big, it's going to hurt for too long. If you get one too small, and it's really
going to cut.
No, she's going to make you pull your pants down. She's going to pull the branch off of it. She can spank you with that switch. So you get one that's going to break after about 3 switches. And you learn what durability means as a child. I got Twain quotes too.
About breaking switches.
I said my mother had a great deal of trouble with me, but I think she enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Adam was the luckiest man in the world. He had no mother-in-law.
Nice.
Oh, good Lord.
And my father was a St. Bernard. My mother was a collie. But I am a Presbyterian.
Nice.
That's all I got for
What do you think your mother has instilled in you that you should share with the world, Robert?
Oh, man. A lot. My mom is a huge influence. The nerdy sci-fi and being into technology and stuff like that, that is 100% my mom. If I went with my dad's... Tech? Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
If I'd gone with my dad's influence, I would have been like when I was 5 and I told everyone I wanted to grow up to be a cowboy.
I don't know why you can't be a sci-fi cowboy.
Your dad wanted you to be
Well,
John
now
Wayne.
I know that, but as a 5-year-old, my mom is a huge influence. I love her very much. Happy Mother's Day.
Yes, happy Mother's Day.
I love that your mom is the science, the sci-fi, the geek.
Oh yeah, she has a Star Trek library. So like one of the upper wings of the loft when they built what I think of as the new house that they built in like '89 or whatever, the whole east wing of it is nothing but bookshelves upon bookshelves of Star Trek books and novels and collectible really technical cool. manuals and stuff like that. That's cool. Her thing.
That's really cool.
I think my mom has... What would she have instilled in me that I would want to pass forward? She's very creative and very artistic. And I am as well in a different way. But that being... she's always been willing to display her art product and things like that, even when she's first learning how to do something. You know, a lot of people are like, I'm not going to show it off until it's perfect.
There's nothing wrong with a little bit of pride in your work.
Well, not necessarily the pride, but like the not being afraid to show it off at any stage, or to show it off and say, I'm new at this, but look at what I've done, even if people might critique it or not like it or not understand it or whatnot. So I'm artistic in a whole different realm. I don't have the same kind of, but I'm not ever afraid to show off what my product or my craft, no matter how good or bad it is or where I am in the learning curve of it. So, which I think that's something that everybody should have, is, you know, whether or not you're drawing stick figures or painting the Sistine Chapel.
Try.
You know, show off your work. Yeah. Whether, even if all you can do is that one slidey noise. Because you can do that one slidey noise.
I'm learning to strum too. I'm not going to do it right now.
Well, happy Mother's Day to all the
yes, happy Mother's Day.
The mothers and the mothers in our communities.
Asante, you're probably not going to listen to this, but happy Mother's Day. That's my sister. I should probably text her today. I'm glad I thought about that.
Yeah. Yeah. And the mothers who mother all of us.
We love women. Okay.
And see.
production of the SiouxEmpire.com.